Hello students, today we are here on the fourth chapter of supplementary reading, which is A Question of Trust, written by Victor Kenny. This is again a very interesting chapter like other chapters of supplementary reading. Here is a story where you can expect some kind of twist at the end and which is also going to give you some thrill and excitement on the way. Let's have a quick look at the introduction. It is said that you must set a thief to catch a thief. Okay, it is a saying, it is a proverb, कहावत है अगर चोर को पकड़ना हो तो उसके पीछे चोर को लगाना चाहिए. Then, but it is also said that there is honor among thieves. Honor among thieves means thieves respect one another. So there is some kind of respect bonding between the thieves. So these are the two sayings that will come across. That if you want to catch a thief, ask a thief to do that. And there is always an honor and respect and understanding among the thieves. Which saying does this story illustrate? Illustrate means exemplify. So after completing this story, you will be able to understand that which of these two sayings are right or which of these two sayings actually go with the chapter that we are going to study. So let's see if you get the answer or not at the end of the chapter. Beginning the chapter with the first paragraph. Everyone thought that Horace Danby was a good, honest citizen. So in the first line, we are introduced with the first character of the story, and that is Horace Danby. You know what people thought of Horace Danby? Everyone thought that he was a good citizen and an honest citizen. Honest matlab ईमानदार. He is someone who does not cheat. If this was the thought of all the people around him who knew Horace Danby. He was about 50 years old and unmarried. Okay, so what is the age of Horace Danby? At present, he is 50 years old and he is also unmarried. And he lived with a housekeeper who worried over his health. Okay, so at his home, he is not having a wife, he is not having a family, but he is having a housekeeper. And that housekeeper is always worried about the health of Danby. Why? He was usually very well and happy, except for the attacks of hay fever in summer. Okay, usually this man Horace Danby was quite well throughout the year. He has good health, but then he gets attacks of hay fever. Attack here means don't get afraid. I'm not talking about heart attack, but I'm talking about hay fever. Attacks of hay fever means every now and then he gets hay fever. Now, what is hay fever? Hay fever is a kind of fever in which a person has complete running nose and watery eyes. A person sneezes just because of some of the shrubs and trees or some kind of dust that is around. Some people are allergic to this. So when a person is allergic to different kinds of plants or shrubs, some flowers or maybe some dust, then that person is affected with hay fever. And that is the reason he gets hay fever during summer. In foreign countries or in western countries, we see that summer is the time where usually most of the flowers comes into existence and most of the greenery is there. So during that time, he usually suffers from hay fever. So his housekeeper is worried about his health when he is affected with hay fever. He made locks and was successful enough at his business to have two helpers. Okay, so this is good. Horace Danby has what kind of business? He made locks. Okay, lock and key that we talk about. So he made locks. And he was successful in his business, means his business was doing good, and that's why he was having two helpers, two people working under him. Yes, Horace Danby was good and respectable. He was a good citizen and he was also respectable. People respected him, but not completely honest. Okay, you can't call Horace Danby as a complete honest person. Now, why is it so? Let's see. Because 15 years ago, Horace had served his first and only sentence in prison library. Okay, so 15 years ago, Horace has committed some kind of crime because of which he was given sentence. Okay, to be given sentence means he was given judgment. The judge has given him punishment. So, what was the punishment or the sentence or judgment given to him? That for he had served in prison as a prison librarian, or he was working in a prison library. See, whenever you are considered as a culprit and you have to go inside the jail, it does not mean that you sit idle whole day over there. You have to do some kind of work inside, and he was working in the prison library. Now this incident happened with him when 15 years ago in his life. why this incident happened, what happened actually, what kind of crime he committed. Let's see. He loved rare, expensive books. Okay, what was the hobby, or what was, we can say, a kind of luxury for Horace? That he was in love with rare books and expensive books. Yes. Now, what are these rare and expensive books? Some of the books that are written by the writers are not published in a huge number. Usually, we find that there are writers who publish books and their books are available in every bookstore, or it is available on online platforms also. But there are few writers who write books only for limited public, for limited number of people, and the cost of those books are very high. Okay, if there is a famous writer and his books have been a huge hit, that man can go for rare books also. That means he can publish his new books in a very few number, maybe 200 or 300, and will sell it only to limited number of people. And the price of those books, if it was printed in bulk, it could have cost 200 rupees. But now, as it becomes rare, it becomes very expensive also. So he might sell one book at 15,000, 20,000, or 30,000 also, because such books are not available freely in the market. Now, Horace was fond of these kinds of books, which were very rare and which were very expensive. So he robbed a safe every year. Safe means a small cupboard, or maybe we can say a drawer which is locked properly, and inside most of the time we keep our valuable items. In everyone's home, there is a safe inside a huge wardrobe that we have a small box or a small drawer, and that is called safe. So he every year he used to rob a safe. Okay, he used to rob an entire box or an entire drawer where mostly valuables are kept or money is kept. Each year he planned carefully just what he would do. Okay, he did not just like jump into robbery, but he used to plan everything in before, that which is the house I'm going to rob, who is the person who I'm going to rob, what would be my planning, how I'm going to enter, how I'm going to take the things out. So he stole enough to last for 12 months. Whatever he stole from the safe or whatever he robbed, that thing went on for, or that money he used for 12 months. And secretly bought the books he loved through an agent. Okay, and from that money he used to bring books. He used to buy books, and that he loved. Through whom? Through an agent. See, these books are so costly that you can't buy them directly. If you buy them directly, you have to pay taxes and you have to receive a proper bill, and there would be an entry that you have taken this book, and this will show or bring out the income of Horace. And Horace, with this income, will never be able to afford some expensive books all the time. So he has kept an agent in between. Whatever books Horace wants, he tells the agent, and agent secretly used to buy those books for him and used to give him to Horace. Okay, so Horace's hobby, you can say, was completely different from others. He was so much involved into, or he was so much into liking of this rare and expensive books, that he thought of robbing people, getting the money, and then buy books out of it. A very strange habit, I could say. Going to the next part. Now, walking in the bright July sunshine, he felt sure that this year's robbery was going to be as successful as all the others. Okay, so what is the time? It is July time and it is sunshine. So in July also still summer time is there. And he was sure, like every year I used to rob, okay, like every year's robbery, this year also I am going to be successful in my robbery. For 2 weeks, he had been studying the house at Shotover Grange. Okay, Shotover Grange is a place where there are various houses, and he has been studying houses over there, particularly one house that is located in Shotover Grange, looking at its rooms, its electric wiring, its parts, and its garden. As I said, he was a person who used to do proper analysis and study before entering into any kind of decision of robbery. So he was having a keen look at what? At the rooms of this house, its electric wiring, from where the wiring is joined, from where the current passes, its parts, means different places or different ways through which you can enter into the house. It could be the front gate, it could be the back gate, it could be the terrace, and its garden. He was also looking at the garden. So through this, we come to know that he was making a complete study of how he is going to rob the place. This afternoon, the two servants who remained in the Grange while the family was in London had gone to the movies. Okay, so the family who was living in the Grange is saying, means one of the house in the Grange, that is the area. So the two servants were inside the branch or inside the house, and both of them have gone to watch movies. And there was a family. Family was in London. Okay, the family has gone to London for some work, and there was no one at the house except two servants. And these two servants have gone to watch movies. Horace saw them go and he felt happy in spite of little tickle of hay fever in his nose. Now Horace saw that these two are going or these two are moving, but he uh, then also stood over there. He was looking at them and he was watching that how nicely they are going from that place. In this condition, Horace was feeling some tickle in his nose of hay fever. Now, what is this tickle? Just because he might have thought there was some greenery around, there could be something around which is disturbing him, which could produce Horace fever, hay fever into him, and that was something around, and that's why he was feeling some tickle or some kind of irritation in his nose. He came out from behind the garden wall. See where he came out from? He came out from the behind the garden wall. So behind the garden wall, he was standing. He climbed that wall and he came in. His tools carefully packed in a bag on his back. So he was having all kind of apprentice or the tools that were required to open the safe or to open the door of the house or maybe to save him. So all these instruments he had put in a bag and he has worn that bag carefully behind him. And he was on his way to rob the place. Moving ahead, one can see that there were about 15,000 pounds worth of jewels in the grand safe. So inside the safe, there was jewelry, and the cost of the jewelry was 15,000 pounds. And what was Horace thinking? That if he sold them one by one, if one by one he was able to sell this jewelry, he expected to get at least 5,000. Means he was expecting to get at least 5,000 pounds. Why such less? Because this jewelry is a robbed one. So when you sell the jewelry that you have robbed from somewhere, obviously you are going to get lesser amount of the money after selling. And so he expected to get at least 5,000, enough to make him happy for another year. Okay, with this 5,000 pounds, he will remain happy for 1 year. How will he be remaining happy? By buying the books with these 5,000 pounds. There were three very interesting books coming up for sale in the autumn. Okay, so in the autumn season, there were three books coming up, and these three books were very interesting, and he was so eager to buy them. Now he would get the money, he wanted to buy them. Okay, he was not having money, and he was thinking, how am I going to buy these three books which are coming in the autumn season? And these three books are rare, expensive, and they are very interesting. For this, he needs money, and then he is happy that he will be able to buy those books. Why? Because he is going to get money by selling this jewelry. He had seen the housekeeper hang the key to the kitchen door on a hook outside. Such a careless housekeeper. Okay, so Horace was keeping a watch at the house, and at that time he saw when housekeeper was leaving the house, he has put the keys on the outside the kitchen door, not even inside, but outside the kitchen door on the hook. And easily anyone can take keys from there and can open the house. He put on a pair of gloves, took the key, and opened the door. What Horace did, he put on a pair of gloves to hide his fingerprints. He took the key that was hanging on the hook outside the kitchen door and he opened the door. That was very easy for him. He was always careful not to leave any fingerprints. See, he was very smart. He always thought, no, whatever happens, your fingerprint should not be visible on any of the objects in the house. And that's why he was wearing a pair of gloves. A small dog was lying in the kitchen. So another problem, that there was a dog in the house and that dog was lying in the kitchen. It stirred. Stirred means it moved. When the dog heard someone is entering, the dog moved, made a noise. Okay, dog started making noise and moved its tail in a friendly way. See, the dog was making noise, but then dog was not in a mood to bark or was not in a mood to bite. He was just moving its tail, and that too in a very friendly manner. All right, Sherry, Horace said as he passed. See, Horace started talking with the dog and he calls dog with his own name, and that is Sherry. So he says, all right, Sherry. All you had to do to keep dogs quiet was to call them by their right names and show them love. This is a hint that Horace is giving, that whenever you want to quiet a dog, if there is a dog who is barking and who is angry at you, if you want to quiet that dog, do one thing, call them by their right names. Okay, call them by their own name. And then also you have to show them some love. Don't get angry or don't throw anything on them. Just smile, just show love and call them by their own name. And this is what Horace does with the Sherry. The safe was in the drawing room. Drawing room, that is the hall or the sitting room. Behind a rather poor painting. So where was that safe, that cupboard where entire jewelry has been kept? It was in the drawing room. But where in drawing room? So there was an old picture kept, and behind, if you remove that picture, the painting, and behind that you can find that there is was a safe. Horace wondered for a moment whether he should collect pictures instead of books. So when Horace was moving that picture and when he was looking at that painting, a thought came in his mind. If I stop collecting books, why don't I start collecting pictures or start collecting paintings? But they took up too much room. They took up too much room means they need more space to be kept. Okay? In a small house, books were better. So Horace's house was very small. In that small house, he was able to keep which type of expensive things? That is only books. If he start collecting paintings, what will be the problem? He would not be able to put these many paintings in his house. So for his small house, getting rare and expensive books were better than keeping the paintings. This was just a thought that came in his mind. There was a great bowl of flowers on the table, and Horace felt his nose prickle. Okay, we have seen in the beginning what is the problem with Horace, that he suffers from hay fever. So there was a bowl kept in the kept on the table in the drawing room, and in that bowl there were flowers kept. And with that, he was feeling some tickle in his nose. Horace was feeling some kind of irritation in his nose. He gave a little sneeze. Okay, so he sneezed a little and then put down his bag. He put his bag over there. He carefully arranged his tool. His tools means all the equipment that he has brought along with him to open the safe. So he put everything very carefully. He had 4 hours before the servants returns. If servants return, he has 4 hours. In these 4 hours, he has to open the safe, he has to get the jewels, he has to lock everything, and he has to run from this place. The safe was not going to be hard to open. After all, he had lived with locks and safes all his life, so it was not a very Herculean task, a very tough task for Horace to open the lock. Why? Because in his entire life, he has lived with locks and safes. In the beginning of the chapter, we have seen what kind of business does Horace do? He has the business of locks. So it was very easy for him to open the locks and safes. The burglar alarm was poorly built. Okay, burglar alarm. Burglar alarm means an alarm which rings as soon as you touch the safe and informs other or the nearby police also that there is some kind of robbery that is taking place in the house, and that is known as burglar alarm, means an alarm of thieves. Okay, robbers alarm. And that was also not proper in the house. He went in the hall to cut its wire. See, he's so smart. He thought, no, anywhere if in case I am going to touch this safe and if the alarm goes on ringing, what am I supposed to do? So he cuts the wire of the burglar's alarm so that the noise does not come. He came back and sneezed loudly. See, he came back and again he was having sneezing just because of the flowers that were kept over there. So he sneezed loudly as the smell of the flowers came to him again. So he was allergic to flowers and that's why he was sneezing. How foolish people are when they own valuable things, Horace thought. Okay, so when Horace was onto his business, when he thought, no, let me start opening the safe, at that time he started thinking, see, when people own valuable things, these people are so foolish. Why? A magazine article had described this house. See, how did Horace come to know that this is the house, here is the entrance, here is the exit, here is a painting, behind the painting there is a safe? It was just because in a magazine, an article was given in which this entire house was described, giving a plan of all the rooms and the picture of this room. See, so the blueprint or the planning of all the rooms of the house was given, and a picture of this house was also given in the magazine. That is the drawing room. The writer had even mentioned that the painting hid a safe. So nonsense. See, so the writer of the article in the magazine has also written that in this drawing room there is a picture, and behind this picture there is a safe. So such clear and such secretive details are completely given in the article. So that was a foolish thing that a person can do when they own valuable things. But Horace found that the flowers were hindering him in his work. Okay, Horace found out that these flowers are continuously hindering means becoming an obstacle or bringing a problem in my work. I'm not able to do my work just because of these flowers. The smell of the flowers are going into my nose and I'm sneezing. So what he did, he buried his face in his handkerchief. Buried his face in his handkerchief means he tied a handkerchief on his face. Then he heard a voice from the doorway. Okay, someone was on the door and someone talked from there. What that person said, what is it, a cold or a hay fever? So at that place, someone entered, and that person, looking at Horace, that he was finding trouble in opening the lock and he was irritated by the flowers, that person asked, what is it? Okay, what is the problem with you? A cold or hay fever? Are you actually having a cold? A person has cold at that time, the person has running nose and sneezes continuously. But if it is hay fever, then this is particular things that are there are particular things which affect you or hinders you. So let's see who's there. Before he could think, Horace said, hay fever, and found himself sneezing again. Now, Horace was so much into his work, he forgot that he is doing robbery. So, when someone from behind asked that, is it a cold or hay fever, he just said like this, hay fever, and he started doing his work. And then he sneezed again. The voice went on. You can cure it with a special treatment, if you find out just what plant gives you the disease. So the person who was standing over there, that person also replied that you can easily find a solution to this thing. Okay, you can cure it with a special treatment. And what is the treatment? That you have to find out which kind of plants gives you this disease, or which kind of plants are that which are actually harassing you. I think you would better see a doctor if you are serious about your work. See, if you are serious about your work, means the work that you are doing right now, that is robbery. And if you're serious about it, go meet a doctor. Because I heard you from the top of the house just now. I was on the top of the house, I was sitting over there, and I heard you. Okay, so whoever the person is taunting Horace and telling, see, if you are serious about your work, that if you really want to do robbery, then you must cure yourself. Because if you are doing robbery at that time, if you sneeze, the other people around will listen to it. And as I was on the top of the house, I could hear you sneeze, and that's why I have come down. So in this kind of work, you need a special treatment. Now Horace has come into senses. He just said normally hay fever, and then he was into his work. And then he realized, oh God, there is someone in the house. It was a quiet, kindly voice, but one with firmness in it. Okay, the person who was talking was with quiet, calm, and kind. But there was some firmness in the voice, means some kind of authority in the voice. A woman was standing in the doorway and Sherry was rubbing against her. So, who was the person who was talking to Horace? Who came down from the top of the house? There was a woman, and that woman was standing in the doorway. In the doorway means where the door was, in the entrance of the door, that lady was standing. And the dog, Sherry, was rubbing against her, means he was moving around this woman. She was young, quite pretty, and was dressed in red. Okay, so this woman was looking very young, she was looking very pretty, and the dress she was wearing was of red color. She walked to the fireplace and straightened the ornaments there. Okay, so she walked casually. The ornaments, or means here not actual ornaments, but the things that were kept on the fireplace. Fireplace means a place where the fire is burnt, and above that the square place is there. So she was arranging the things over there in the fireplace. And then she said, down Sherry. She was talking to the dog and telling Sherry, down Sherry means sit down. Anyone would think I had been away for a month. She smiled at Horace and went on. Okay. So this woman told Horace that anyone here would think that I was away for a month. I was not here. And she said, however, I came back just in time, though I didn't expect to meet a burglar. So she said, everyone might have thought that I was away from this place for a month. And she was smiling and she said, but what happened? I came back just in time. This was correct time that I have come back over here. And I did not expect that when I will come back, I will meet a burglar. I am going to meet a thief over here. So this woman, the owner of the house, she is here in the house and Horace was not knowing about this. So this is the twist where we end today.